and I'll be moving this over onto everybody else's thing. So,
all right, cool. So we're good to go.
We are so good to go.
All right. Hey, everybody. All right. 3, 2. Howdy, everyone, and welcome to the 4th episode of the 2022 Dragon Con Report. Continuing our 11th season of covering the con we love so much. I'm your host, Mike Gordon, and I'm pleased to introduce you to the rest of our station crew. Of course, we have working the room is Director Mike Faber. How's it going over there?
Oh, I'm ready to pull my hair out. That's right, folks. I am so ready to pull my hair.
Are we broadcasting to the people? Are we?
We are so we are part of the people. Yes, that is right. We are so people that ready. We are. What can we say?
Well, we appreciate it so much. And we also have Darren with us.
Howdy,
of course. 11 years, right, man?
Dude.
And he
11 years and 11 hangovers. Yes, indeed.
And he looks great for being only 22 years old now.
I do, don't I?
And
there's a painting over here that's decrepit, however. So there's
that. And of course, Jen is with us too.
Hello, everyone.
I don't even want to ask how old you were when we started these 11 years ago.
She was 5.
I'm 45. I'm 45 now, so I was in my 30s.
Okay. Wow. That's still.
I take care of myself.
You do. You absolutely do.
She does.
Absolutely
folks.
do. You absolutely
I would not have guessed 40s at all for you, Jen.
Yeah,
so
I'll be 46 in a few months.
That's that good self-care all of us geeks need to do.
No, it's avoiding sunlight.
That's what we do naturally, right?
Yep.
And as you all can see, we have a special guest joining us too, straight from last week, hosting the first town hall of the year. Tony Gowell.
Hi, everyone.
Howdy. How's it going?
It's going great. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Excellent job with you and Doc, right? And Teddy with the town hall last week.
Thanks.
This is the first year this is the earliest you've started it, right?
Yes. We started town halls in 2020, and this is the earliest, yes.
Awesome. Well, I want to talk more about
what is time. I had to think about it for a second. I was like,
I want to talk about more about what happened there in the news section. So let me get rid of some business first. We are a proud member of the ESO Network. We have a TeePublic store filled with all kinds of cool stuff, including a very cool design for the Dragon Con Report podcast. The logo is awesome. The new one. Thank you, Mike. There's a link for that in this episode's show notes, as well as at the top of the ESO Network page. So if you're watching live, you can just go to the esonetwork.com, click on the top of the page, and that'll take you there. ESO Network also has a Patreon page. Thank you, patrons, for all your support. Anything exciting going on in the world of patrons for our patrons, Mike? No?
Of course, you got me when I'm on mute because I'm trying to get us onto the damn Dragon Con report page. So
that's another $1 in the jar.
No, I didn't curse. I said damn. I didn't say anything.
Okay.
I didn't drop the F-bomb or all the other stuff, because I do know some people listen with their kids when they listen in the car.
See,
and
if you're a patron, you get to hear us curse for real.
It's true. It's true.
Also, if you're up on our wonderful YouTube channel, you also get it. Also, you get all the curses.
Perk.
Exactly.
That's how we thank you.
Show.
Exactly. If you're listening to the podcast, you're hearing lots of beeps. That's right.
So you can also support our show by leaving a review on whatever platform you're watching us or listening to us. And in addition, you can always access past episodes. This is our 4th one of the year, so we've already done 3. You can access those through dragonconreport.com. And if you would like to leave us direct feedback or comment on the show, please feel free to do so. Our email is feedback@dragonconreport.com. You can also reach out to us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the socials. So I just want to also let you know that Dragon Con Report is an unofficial podcast of the con. We are not and never have been officially connected with Dragon Con. For all the official news, we strongly recommend checking out the official site and social media outlets. So that's that said, let's get started with talking to some news that happened. And of course, Before we get to the town meeting, we want to talk about dates that are coming up. The DragonCon membership rate currently is $140. That is good through the 17th of June. The final pricing after that point, including at the door or single day memberships, will be determined and announced prior to June 1st. So that's coming up, man. That's going to be here before we know it.
That's like a month. That's like a month and a half. You're going to blink and it'll be here. Yeah,
exactly. $5 processing fee will be applied to all memberships, and DragonCon memberships are non-refundable and non-transferable. So, but as we always say, don't wait, because they only go up in price. So get your memberships now. As far as important dates go, most of the deadlines for applications and all that have passed. The only one that's still current is guest and attending pros. You can still do that up until the 15th of June. And that's about it as far as that goes. And of course, the town hall was last week on the 18th.
Yes.
There were some announcements there. The main focus was on volunteers, as always, which is a need of DragonCon. A great experience for all those who do it. I think you guys said that there was like 130 different departments, over 130 different departments that need volunteers. There's over 2,400 volunteers or somewhere in that ballpark that it takes to run the show. That's a lot. So obviously, if you still want to, there's still a chance to get in on being part of this great convention.
Yes,
absolutely. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, we have over 130 departments, but not all of them have a volunteer need. Some of them are smaller, more niche volunteer groups and departments that, like the photography department, man, you can't get rid of a photographer. They're in for life. They get to see all the cool stuff. I mean, I know if I was one of them, I'd never leave either. So some of the smaller departments are completely fine, but we do have registration, the stores, the safety departments, and tech ops are some of the largest departments. Walk of Fame this year, they've put out a call for people to come and help with the celebrities, which is a huge draw for fans that want to be in the know and feel like they're not missing anything as well. So yeah, big show, but we have capped out at over 2,400 volunteers in years past. Whew. It's a beast to run that huge show across the 7 buildings.
It takes a village, literally.
It literally takes a village. Yes.
It takes a city.
Right.
A small town. A small town. Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So obviously, and we'll have a link, like we always do, for more information about how you can become a volunteer. So we definitely encourage people to do so. Any questions that you have for that, obviously follow the link. You can also ask any of us as well, and we'll be happy to direct you to the most the appropriate people. So, or easy thing, just go to the DragonCon website, because it's right there too. So
it's right there. Yeah.
All right. So the other announcements, the literary guest of honor was announced for this year. I'm going to try this for the people at home. If you are familiar with our drinking game, and you can have a beverage of your choice, I'm not encouraging alcoholism or any kind, but your beverage of, we have a drinking game of, when we mispronounce a name or anything else on the show, feel free to drink. It does, it makes the show go better for everybody involved.
I did phonetically spell it out when they announced it.
Oh, did you?
Yes, just in case we needed to know how to pronounce it.
Gotcha. So do you want to take a stab at it?
Sure. It is Neti Okorafor.
Okay.
Is that right, Tony?
Yeah, Tony's nodding. So Okorafor is a Nigerian American writer of African futurism, and she's won just about every literary award on the planet. So if you're not familiar with her, I don't think they have her information yet on the website for DragonCon, but I'm sure that's coming soon. But you can just Wikipedia her. Do that and find out more about her, because man, she's fascinating. I did not, to be honest with you, I was not familiar with her until the town hall meeting, and I looked her up and I was like, wow, this is impressive.
I think one of her shows just got or one of her books just got optioned for a TV show. I thought I heard
for Hulu.
For Hulu,
yeah.
Wow.
So so that's really cool. And
congrats
as far
to
as
her. Yay!
yes,
Right.
and as far as any other big guest announcements, well, the only thing that was released on the town hall was that Star Trek fans will be pleased. So and
Yes.
and that's
That's a major lift these days, kids.
you know that it's a huge list to choose from, but I think it's also kind of cool that, you know, for as long as I've been going to Dragon Con, and as long as, you know, fandom has been around for science fiction fans and fantasy fans, Star Trek's been a big part of that. So I love the fact that, you know, one of the first major guests that is being hinted is related to Star Trek as well. It just seems like that's a really nice union.
And what other convention has a former cast member of a Star Trek show as the director of a department? I mean, Garrett has been running Star Trek, the Trek track for years. And it is not him.
I was going to say, okay, so let's take him off.
I saw in the comments at the town hall, they were like, Garrett. And I was like,
Garrett.
No, he's going to be there.
Sticking him at the Pulse Bar. It's fine. It's fine.
And of course, he's a special guest in our hearts. But we treat him like one of the family because he's one of our directors.
Absolutely.
But the reason why it wasn't announced exactly who it is because we were hoping to maybe have more than one person to announce, so that we just didn't want to rob any one person of thunder. We want to make sure that there's like a grouping. So that's why we kind of left it vague, but it was hot off the presses.
That's cool. That's cool. So yes, so that's something we can look forward to. And I would imagine once that ball
Very
starts
soon.
rolling, it's just going to be an avalanche full of names, as we all know.
Yes, there are a lot of moving parts. The guest selection committee work hard all year round, but they really ramp up in the spring, because that's when a lot of your higher profile guests, they start knowing what their production schedules are like going into the summer. So a lot of them are really leery to sign on to something because, I mean, gosh, in a post-COVID world, I mean, who knows what's happening from month to month, long less knowing what you would be able to say a full year in the future. So yeah, fans love the big celebrities, but getting the big celebrities to come, those announcements don't get made until it's much closer to the show when they know they can come.
Plus, it's a bummer when somebody gets announced, say like 8
and then they
months in advance,
cancel.
and then
Oh
they
my
have to
gosh.
cancel. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then people are mad at y'all.
People are mad at the con, and that's not the con's fault, people.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Our goal is to make everyone happy, not miserable. Believe us, we feel like we fall on the sword when we have to say that a guest is coming. That's why we just don't like to name names until like those contracts and those agreements and things are signed and the ink is dry, just in case. Because we've had so many opportunities to have guests that really wanted to come, but for some reason things just fell apart. I mean, and I think there was a year that Arnold Schwarzenegger was interested. There was a year that Joss Whedon was interested. There was a year where Robert Downey Jr. was interested. There was even a year where Lady Gaga was wanting to come to the show. Exactly. So I mean, it's like if we, announced every little possibility in a rumor, people would have no faith in us whatsoever.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I will say over the, the time that I've been going anyway, and even before that, the number, I don't think that I've ever looked at a guest list and been disappointed at all.
No,
I mean, if anything, it's more like an embarrassment of riches. You're just like, oh, wow, there's just so many guests that I want to check out or meet or to have their picture, whatever your sort of interest is in that celebrity.
We bring about 700 guests and professionals and musicians to the show every year. And I don't know a lot of conventions that can support that many professionals in their field.
Right.
Yeah, I've always said if you're going to the con for one guest, you need to like expand your geekery universe a little bit, because there's a lot at the con, and odds are an number one guest that you're going to want to see, you're going to be waiting in line for a couple of hours to wait to get in to see them.
And chances are, if you get them in the door for one guest, they're going to find the other 50 things that they really like too, that they didn't know was
even there.
Exactly.
Exactly. So we're still waiting on television and movie celebrities to be announced for this year, but there have been some announcements. I think so.
Tease.
We are.
That's the tough part about working at the office, as I've seen here so much. I never know what's public knowledge and what isn't. That's why I'm very cautious when I get on a non-scripted podcast or
right, folks,
conference.
you
I'm
heard
like,
him. Go hunt Tony down and tickle torture him until he gives you a name.
tickle torture, exactly. But I know that any of our guests or professionals or performers that we have already got lined up are on the website. But as you were mentioning earlier, our Literary Guest of Honor isn't up yet because that was a brand new deal. And it's usually like within a week of an announcement. I'm not even sure if the social media teams have rolled out the complete announcement yet that she's coming. But I know they're working on the Artist Guest of Honor, and yeah, there's a whole lot coming, and it's going to come fast and furious. So definitely stay tuned for our town hall, which will be live from MomoCon next month.
Oh, that's right.
That's awesome.
Right. That is cool.
Awesome.
That's very cool.
This is the first time you guys are doing something for MomoCon, isn't it?
Yes, because this was born out of COVID, and this will be the first MomoCon since 2019. We had the Winterfest this past December, which was a lot of fun, but we had already done our holiday sign-off town hall, so we didn't feel a need to. We wanted to go and support Winterfest as much as possible, so we're ready to do it here at MomoCon.
This might be a bit behind the scenes, and are you involved with when the town halls get released or done or produced?
I would love to say that it is all born from my mind, but unfortunately it is not. No, because I know what my schedule is better than anyone. But there are many moving parts, and it's really an alignment of constellations. Gotcha. I'm the producer, and so I help bring in the scheduling and work with the board and the co-chairs. It's like what the topic is going to be. Then we source out the guests. And then kind of help script it together, but then just trying to get all of those people together free on the same evening. You know, I mean, volunteers, it's like herding cats because no one's getting paid. So you've got to work around everybody's real world schedules. So yeah, I would love to say that it's all up to me, but I know when I'm doing it in May. The rest of it is still nebulous.
Well, we appreciate it. I think it does add to the excitement throughout the year.
Agreed.
One of the things that we've tried to do with this podcast is to release it, once a month, up until from January up until October when we do our last one, because there still is a lot to talk about. There still is a lot of information that's out there, and I'm sure from your end, there's still a lot of work that's being done.
That's why we work year round. We have so much that we have to do. Now, one of the things that I love about the job is that what I do in October is not the same job that I necessarily do in June, because everything is relatively cyclical around our once a year event. But there's a lot of inventory and cleanup that goes into after the show, but then we have to start the whole process over again. As I mentioned earlier, DragonCon tries to bring over 700 guests and professionals and performers. So that's that many conversations that are had with agents and managers and talent. And then there's the 7 buildings that we're in. So there's all the conversations with all those people that are responsible for the buildings. Then there's the parade permit with the city of Atlanta and getting the transportation together. So there's a lot that goes into putting on the show. So it cracks me up when people go, oh, y'all work all year? Y'all just don't throw this together? Like, well, I would love to say that this is just thrown together the weekend before, but unfortunately there's a lot of work that goes into it, and it stands the test of time. That's why we've been around for 36 years.
Yeah. And you have sorry.
Go ahead. Sorry.
And you have to answer questions about when the app is going to be ready, like hundreds of times a day.
When's the schedule coming out?
Drink.
Take a drink, everybody.
All right. So
wow.
Here's to that.
I mean, I don't think the average con goer knows how hard y'all work every year. And I want to take this moment, just Tony, we really respected y'all for how you had to pivot really quickly when COVID happened. It was not everybody's perfect year, obviously. It's not what anyone wanted, but y'all did it amazingly well with very short time. And I don't think y'all get enough credit for that publicly and openly. So there you go, sir.
Okay, thanks. I was just here for the affirmation. Later.
You should have seen us.
There were lots of
doing,
people that worked hard.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
The first time y'all were doing town halls, we were like, usually it would wind up we had recorded the week before. So you would suddenly see us in a group chat going, "Oh my God, do we need to do another episode? They just dropped all this news. Oh my God, what's going on? What do we do?" That was our panicking.
That was our panicking too. Wow, we were symbiotic. Like, oh my gosh, what do we do? We have all this
Everyone
news.
panicked together.
Yes.
So,
oh my gosh,
we've tried to time them a little bit.
So
We've tried to time it a little bit better now. So now that they're becoming a thing, and
I might
and
ask
so
you when they're going to come out.
yeah, exactly.
well, I can tell you next month. It's on that Thursday of MomoCon.
Yep. So
what's that? The 26th.
So I guess,
yeah.
I guess, folks, the next
terrible.
week you can expect the Dragon Con report then too. So,
yay!
Just real quick
26,
about the guests. Like I said, there are still some guest announcements, authors and whatnot, and a big media guest actually that I just want to mention because our own director Mike Faber is a guest this year again. So,
Who?
congratulations.
Who? I don't know who you're talking about. Oh, yeah, this guy. That's right. This guy's coming back to Dragon Con.
What do you know what number this is for you for that?
Oh, gee, as a guest, I have to say this is probably my 6th year of being a guest. But before that,
Excellent.
I was an attending professional for like 3 or 4 years. And before that, I was a paying schlub like everybody else, you know. And
nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that and everything. And
no, don't call yourself a schlub. Oh my gosh.
Oh, have you seen me?
fan.
I am a schlub. Come on, hello.
No, I haven't. I don't think I've ever seen you without your hat on in person.
So that's true. That is true. So,
well, I mean, your best cosplay is Big Lebowski. Let's be honest.
Yeah, well, I am. I know. I have to start growing the hair back out for it this year.
Yeah, seriously.
So, you know, somebody at work saw me as the Lebowski, and he says, "Is that you?" It's like, yes, that's me. It's like it's pretty fun because I had it up on a screensaver or something like that. But yeah, it's an honor to be coming back to Dragon Con. Loving being there and helping out on panels and just talking to everyone about the con. It's my favorite event of the year, and you know, it just gets better and better.
Thanks.
It's pretty awesome. And you know, and it's been great.
It's something I never take for granted.
Yep.
No, and we're putting together some amazing stuff through ESO for the con this year. We're already looking at doing, you know, bringing back the meet and greet. We're talking about doing an ESO dinner. We're talking about maybe even doing a 10th anniversary panel through the new media track because ESO Network is actually celebrating our 10th anniversary this year.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Amazing.
So, and you know, it's all because of you wonderful people. We're going to be able to do all this kind of stuff. So you never know. We got other things in the plans too, you know. So we'll have to wait and see.
Awesome. So that's it for the guests. There are some familiar faces, some familiar names to us, but we're going to save our big guest list reveal for the next episode. So I got a feeling that that's going to be much bigger and much more exciting and more opportunities for you guys to drink. So so we definitely want to do that. So any other news that you guys found out that was not in the town hall or it was out there? Oh, actually, there is one more thing that I want to mention because this is going to be released maybe just in enough time for people to check it out. But the DC Superheroes is doing their first event this weekend.
Yes.
At the with is it Open Hand? Is that right? That's charity, right? So so that is happening this weekend. And they will be doing events. It might be too late if you're hearing this. You might be too late for you to be involved with that one. But
it is already closed for this Saturday.
Oh, is it? Okay, good to know.
It's our first one back in 3 years. So
that's amazing, isn't it?
It filled up in less than 2 days when we put out the all call. A beautiful response from all of our fans. So we had close to 100 slots to help out with Open Hand. So filled in no time at all, which is a really nice problem to have when you want to tell your official charity you're going to help them out, and you come up with all of the help that you can. So it was nice that the response was this great as it was.
And I understand that there will be other opportunities for help throughout the summer, right?
Possibly.
Okay.
I know that a couple of opportunities come up, but again, because of COVID, we are just being very cautious, and charities, of course, are being very cautious about who's around a lot of the more fragile members of their communities.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep an eye out. We try to do between 1 and 3 a year, but we have been itching to come back. And we just got the t-shirt in for this year's superheroes. So for fans that maybe don't know, anytime you participate in one of our Dragon Con superhero events, you do get a cool custom shirt that's never sold.
Wow.
Oh,
that's very cool.
That's awesome.
I tell you what, those Dragon Con shirts, so that reminds me of another thing I want to mention, because I got asked about, this shirt the other day, and I checked the store and I was like, sorry, it's not available anymore. So so yeah, sometimes with this Dragon Con merch, you have to like jump on it right
Get it
away.
while it's hot, kids.
Absolutely, get it while it's hot.
So all right, so that's it for the news and notes for
Actually,
this
one question from the audience already.
yeah, thank you,
wow.
Mike. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, our friend Sarah Rose was asking, and of course Sarah jumped in, and she wanted to know, are we getting a mailed progress report this year?
I have no idea.
No idea. Okay.
All right.
Olivia Doyle is our publications director, and she and the team helped design it and put it out. So I don't know if it's going to be digital or a paper publication. I am unaware. I'll know when they tell me.
Okay, well, that's fair.
I have written,
and we'll know when you know, so it's perfect.
We will
Exactly.
keep an eye out to see if we can find out more about
TBD.
that. So I made a note of that. So thank you. Anything else from the folks there, Mike?
Just hey, gang, good to see you.
Okay. Hey, howdy. That's what we say.
Okay.
So.
Actually, a couple more people have actually just popped up. And let's see, Stephen Yout. Big thanks to Tony and everyone that makes the con possible every year. And he also said Dragon Con is the one.
It gives us something to do.
Is the one big thing my wife and I plan for every year.
Aww.
And
so sweet.
F. Tom Larson said town halls give us the reporting of progress that we want. So that's
Thanks.
pretty cool. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the comments right now.
Thanks, Rocksteady. You're the best.
Yes.
I know exactly who that is.
Yeah. we live in the same. I think we still live in the same town. Yeah, he's from Texas too.
I was gonna say I know they live over there, but I didn't know which town.
I don't want to give out his. He might not.
Right.
People
You're like, he lives on Elm
Channels
Street
right
in
here.
Laramie. You can see him hanging out at the Shoney's, the Whataburger.
Vern lived at the Cow, and he's the third house on the right, y'all. Okay?
Yeah, we're still getting used to this live stream thing. Okay,
it will get better, folks. I promise. I promise.
You mean we can't edit this out? Damn. Too late. All right, so that's it for news and notes, but we want to get to the main topic. So for those people who are listening to this on a podcast, we will get to that right after this message. And for those of you who are watching this live,
you're still here.